Welcome back to the show. We're here at La La Java in Northborough with Marvin Silver. We're talking about estate planning and things that Marvin, I look at as someone who, plans for everyone's death. What's the difference between you and the funeral guy?
My job goes on far longer than the funeral guy.
That's actually a good response.
But
So what happens if someone passes away, they own a house, and there's no will?
Usually, if they're the sole owner of the house, it causes a lot of legal problems and a lot of extra legal work, including extra trips to the probate court, extra documents in the probate court. If a person plans their estate well, usually there's very little to be done. And most of it, if not all of it, can be done right in the lawyer's office.
I want to go down the dark side. Okay?
Yeah.
I've died, I don't have a will. Okay? Who gets my condo?
The determination is going to be made by what we call the laws of intestacy. Intestacy means no will. And so
Sounded like something I got on a trip one time. Had to have a Imodium made, need to take care of that.
well, the fact is that there is a law to provide for people who never got around to doing their own will.
Okay.
And the legislature has set out a scheme for what they think each person would want, and it is a standard scheme. And it's okay if that happens to be what you want, but chances are it isn't.
I was going to say, if you're someone that's comfortable with the state determining what to do,
You're in trouble.
well, that's an approach. Or you can sit with someone like yourself and kind of write down on a piece of paper what you really want, and then it might go a little smoother, right?
Right. And the fact is that well-planned estates operate so much smoother. And we really prefer that. We do the estate plan, the estate administration just flows smoothly.
So let's talk about estate administration. Who takes care of all this stuff once someone dies?
If the person has prepared and executed a will, then they have nominated a personal representative to handle the estate.
When did it become personal representative as opposed to the executor of the will?
That
Where was that?
Right. That was a change made with the Massachusetts Uniform Probate Code that was enacted in 2012. And soon after that,
Who knew?
who knew? Well, I'll tell you, probate lawyers knew.
Okay.
Because we've been having to deal with it ever since. And the fact is, it is a wonderful piece of legislation. It took 25 years to draft and get passed, and it's well worth it. It makes probate easier. It's still a process, but it's a shorter process. And basically, the courts really don't want to be involved in the probate process if they can help it. So this law allows the courts to stay out of it as much as possible because the probate and family court, quite frankly, has their hands full with divorce cases and family law cases. My guess would be about 95% of the time is spent on those cases. And estate administration, a lot of them are done administratively by a magistrate as opposed to a judge.
Okay, great. Well, I want to thank you for coming onto the show. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and come back again.
My pleasure. Thank you.